Okay, so following the game that I uploaded last night, let's continue this series. A best out of 3 taken from MLG Columbus 2011 between these two tremendous pro gamers, and well, both of them clashing once more, this time here on cross positions in Metalopolis. Presenting the players, you're gonna have the red Zerg spawning on this 9 o'clock position, LiquidRet, Dutch Zerg player, Broodwar veteran, very experienced playing Zerg, and loves his macro gaming, as you guys know. And he's going to be clashing once more on the second match against this blue Protoss, one of the finest Protoss players in the whole world, tremendous solid Korean pro. It's oGsMC, old generation Starcrafters best, Young Min Chul, just showing his qualities and his skill here at MLG Columbus 2011. So you guys seen what happened on that game 1. It's time for Red to start feeling the pressure and react, because he lost that game. That game was fairly short. MC did quick work and short work out of Red. His decision making was brilliant. I mean, he was just having a probe there, keeping tabs and taking notes on everything that Red was going for, and the moment he spotted that Red was going for a fast hatch, he decided to put down a forge and just go for some cannon harass, and it paid off awesomely, brilliantly for oGsMC. So good decision making. I was actually surprised to see Red not even cancelling that hatchery, just going for it, meaning that at least it felt like he was confident he could make a proper defense, but well, he didn't, and MC took the win there. So now it's time for Red to take this serious. He needs to win this game, or else the series will be over with the 2-0, a clear victory for oGsMC. For now, as you can see, we have Red keeping it safe, going spawning pool first, meaning that he's gonna have some Zerglings out soon enough, and this drone, I'm pretty sure I haven't seen him grabbing any gas, so his plan is to, after getting that spawning pool, going for the hatch anyway. There it is, high-fiving the probe that was entering his main base and grabbing the hatch on the natural expo. But this time with the difference that he's gonna have at least a couple of Zerglings out soon enough, and he will be able to shoo away this pesky and annoying probe that made such a hassle on game 1. Meanwhile, here on Young Min Chul's side, on oGsMC side, as you can see, his gateway into Cybernetics core still fairly quiet, a fairly standard opening for a Protoss, grabbing that first gas and now getting a fairly quick second gas there. He might be planning ahead to do something with that gas. Maybe we're going to see some kind of interesting opening and build from MC, but for now we do see that Red is getting the first couple of Zerglings out. They'll be able to do short work of this probe, I'm assuming. At least they're not going to allow MC to have this probe going back and forth inside Red's base and allowing him to keep tab and take notes of everything on his build. So the probe is trying to run away, while we do witness here on MC side, he's chrono boosting a Stalker out, so no signs of Zealots. He's gonna get the first unit out, will be a Stalker, might be having some plans for it. Maybe he wants it to just go into his opponent's base and start poking and prodding at the units that will be available there, and I do see that this probe by MC is gonna get finished off. There it is, killed, while we do witness that Stalker advancing towards MC's bases. And meanwhile on MC side, grabbing a second gateway, he's taking care of his warp gate tech as well, and now putting out some sentries. For now I don't see much of an aggression mood here for MC. I do see that Red is just macroing up and getting a lot of drones, as you can see, and now we will have this Queen to take care of this Stalker. Hopefully he's gonna get at least a couple more units to help out defend against this, or else this might spell trouble. If this Stalker starts poking at that mineral line, it will kill those drones one by one. But the Queen seems to be on top of its game, try to keep attention, pay attention to that Stalker, and now with a second Queen here on the natural expo, I guess this is going to be done over and quickly, and this Stalker will have to run away unless he's not going to be able to kill 2 Queens. So meaning that MC was just taking it out to take some information there, and probably now he's going to pull it back with some nice micro, killing some of those Zerglings and heading back home to mass up, gather up with what's left of MC's army, which isn't much for now, as you guys can see. Actually, on both sides we have 4 Zerglings and 2 Queens on Red side, and 3 sentries, 1 Stalker, so both players investing a lot on their economy. Let me take a look at the income. For now we do have Red way ahead, also already boosting on his worker count, leading the chart, so he's just macroing and droning like a beast, something that he loves to do, while we do see the Natural Expo getting picked up here by MC, and we do see a really fast third here for Ret. So this is going to be bold and risky for Ret, but apparently I don't think that MC is going to try to push out anytime soon. He doesn't even have enough units, meaning that he's just wanting to mass up enough sentries to get some nice force field play in case he would be harassed. That won't be the case, and Ret is just fine and tranquil, getting his macro game up, and this is risky for MC. Obviously MC is taking a chance here. He's also committing to his macro game, and as you can see, he's going quite heavy on his sentry play, meaning that for now he's just assuming a defensive stance, and Ret knows about that, because these Zerglings that keep going back and forth in the access to his Natural Expo are just keeping tabs and taking notes on the unit composition, the unit formation by MC, and they see a lot of sentries. So Ret is just tranquil, massing up more and more workers. Let's take a look now. Whoa, 45 against 32, big difference on the income, and at the same time seems like he's getting more and more tech up, getting his lair rolling here. Also already has a Roach Warden on the back, so he's gonna have a fairly sturdy army here, I would say. For now 12 Zerglings, 2 Queens, but he might be having more. There's already Roaches coming out, and he's taking care of his upgrades. Ret just tranquil with a really solid, really healthy economy there, and now an Overlord arriving here, try to take a look, take some visibility on MC's main base. He saw 2 more gateways on the back of the base, with Ret trying to sneak and take a count on the gateways numbers from MC. So 4 gateway play for now for MC. We have a Forge on the back taking care of the upgrades, and we do see Hallucination incoming into the main base, and another one incoming into the third base, with MC just taking all the information he wants with these hallucinations. They're very effective for scouting purposes, and this one I'm pretty sure it's going to end up being killed, but this one as well was able to spot that third base, meaning that now MC knows that his opponent is already playing out of 3 bases, and he needs to make a decision here. This might be complicated. As you can see, he's already messing up some Stalkers. What does he have here? 6 Stalkers, 7 Sentries against 14, 15 Roaches and 9 Zerglings. That won't be enough. So for now, Ret will be safe, I would say. MC needs to mess up more units if he wants to push at the moment, but I don't think that's going to be the case. He's just paying to see. He's basically playing the same game as Ret, trying to macro up, getting a nice economy, also teching up quite quickly, as you can see, getting Robotics Facility and Twilight Council at the same time, so he will have plenty of upgrades to work on. And also, because he doesn't want to spend more energy on hallucinations, I think he's gonna get some observers out. There they are, more gateways coming out for MC. MC apparently might be preparing to make a push here, getting his blink tech ready, even chrono boosting it. He's in a hurry, and his army is getting really solid on the Stalker count. Let's take a look at it once more. 9 Stalkers from now, and seems like he's gonna get more and more Stalkers out, meaning that this is gonna be a Stalker heavy army, all of them with blink. They're gonna be a big menace for Ret. Taking a look here on Ret side, he got Roaches for now. What else is he racking up here? He does have the second layer of tech. He does already has the lair, and the Infestation Pit starting to work on the Pathogen Gland. So you're gonna have Roach Infestor army, quite interesting. Keep in mind the Infestors are very useful against Blink Stalkers. They were able to just pin them on the spot and also grind down, chew down their shields and their HP as well, obviously. So a nice sturdy wall of Roaches backed up by a second line of Infestors should be a good solution here for Ret. Not sure if Young Min Chul, if MC is going to try to transition and catch MC, catch Ret by surprise in any occasion, but for now seems like that Ret might have a pretty interesting army here to face against the Stalker heavy army from MC. We do have some harass here with Zerglings, just forcing a cancel there on the Photon Cannon. Nothing to worry for MC, he just started it once more, and he's just spreading a lot of Zerglings all over the map, while we do have this first observer taking notes and keeping tabs on everything on MC side. On Ret side, I'm sorry. Ret working on his creep highway as well. Nice creep tumor spread, already over his third base, almost reaching the fourth. And meanwhile on his bases, taking a look here, he has a massive economy, I would say. Look at the gap on the worker count, and 2200 on the income against 1400, so a massive difference, translating in a big supply difference. We have Ret almost maxed out on his supply count, and at the same time grabbing a fourth base. So basically we have Ret just saying, macro mode engaged, and he's basically trying to rack up that supply, getting it to 200 and start throwing units into MC's face. Seems that to be the plan. He does have some phoenixes here. This one is going to be thrown away. They're just taking information, obviously. They're not here to do anything else besides that, but at the same time MC is just taking the benefit of being able to count his opponent's army, see its composition, and try to transition into something else or reinforce it. For now, the Stalkers, as you can see, are on 2-0. The Roaches, let me take a look at them, 2-0 as well, so fairly balanced, and we're gonna have some Dark Shrine, so we're gonna have some DTs ensuing here. This is gonna be an interesting clash. Also, the Hive Tech is getting finished here on the main base by Red, so he's gonna transition into the last layer of tech for Zerg, meaning that he's gonna have a lot of tech options here, and he might be preparing some kind of transition to surprise his opponent. For now, he's gathering a lot of Overlords here on the south side, backed up by a ton of Roaches with Zerglings, and they're just preparing to make a push on this third, I would say. Ooh, nice there. That fungal growth was very good. Just with that AoE was able to intercept that observer and just grinding it down and kill it. And now we're gonna have some battle ensuing here with MC trying to defend against the Zergling wave, and all of the Roaches just stood there on the back, so not much of an aggression incoming there. And now we have the Roaches just trying to advance and apply the pressure onto MC, but the force field play is just containing him. Well played. And now with all the Roaches getting loaded onto these Overlords, will he be making a drop on this third? Yes, he will. Incoming a million Roaches dropping into the third, straight into the base, all of them loaded on the Overlords, and now with the Blink Stalkers coming here to finish off, make short work of this Overlord count. And now nice fungal growth trying to chew down the forces from MC, getting all of those Stalkers away, but seems like that this force field play won't allow Red to reach, to be having his Roaches in range, and now the Roaches are just gonna try to focus his fire on the third base. No, basically Red got pinned here. He's on a double-pronged aggression here by MC with two lines of Stalkers, chewing down all of the forces from Red and killing everything that move here. This assault by Red was just basically thwarted, and I don't think that this was on Red's plans, I would say. Kind of a frustrated attack with a lot of units, and now Red will have to mass up another army, but I'm not sure at what cost he made this push, because as you could see on the picture window, he had a lot of DTs going back and forth into his bases, and the DTs were even able to destroy this third base here. But meanwhile, Red just transferred the workers to this fourth, so his economy is still thriving, and we have oGsMC just pushing here, trying to be bold, grabbing the rich mineral field, while we do see all of the Stalkers from MC advancing towards the natural expo from Red, shooting down all of those creep tumors, trying to make that creep recede. And here they come, they're in front of the Roaches. Will Red have enough to defend here? The supply count has a big difference this time, with Red getting his supply around 157, 160, while we do have MC almost maxed out. So this is going to be spelling trouble for Red. I don't think Red will be having enough to face this massive Stalker army here. And now apparently Red is going to try to flank on the right side, advancing south with all of the forces from MC intercepting here. Well played with the Blink, just catching all of those Zerglings, and now they're going to be able to pick up the Roaches, but no, the Roaches from Red pulling back, and they're not going to even be able to check that rich mineral field, that base that MC is establishing, and that base is going to give him a tremendous economical advantage. Look at the gap there, look at the difference. So Red, after that big push that was failed with a lot of those Overlords being intercepted by the Stalker force, after that he's just basically dwindling down on his forces, and we do see MC having this massive Stalker army, all of them with Blink, 3 on the assault, and now he's taking care of the defense as well. Meanwhile, on Red side, we do have already the Greater Spire, so we might be seeing some Broodlord action coming out, and he's basically massing his army, making it go back and forth between the third base and the Natural Expo, try to keep some defense while he gets some Broodlords mixed in the fray, I would say. And we do see that the MC basically has his army maxed out. It's time for him to push and start owning some nerds, I would say. And this army, let me take a look at the unit composition. 51 Stalkers, 2 DTs against 38 Roaches, 4 Corruptors and 41 Zerglings. Will this be enough? Will Ret be able to defend against this kind of aggression? Keep in mind that the Stalkers are 3-1 while the Roaches are 2-1, so they have the advantage on the upgrades. And incoming all of these Stalkers by MC, they're trying to pressure here, and here they come, entering, blinking forward into the natural expo from Ret, LiquidRet, and Ret just forced to assault with his massive Roach force, but nice blink play here by MC, just dominating the place and making tremendous amounts of DPS with that beautiful force field play containing the aggression. And now we do see that Broodlord getting killed so fast, and there's not much left from the forces from LiquidRet, with what's left of his Roaches getting grinded down here by the big Stalker force from MC. Keep in mind that MC is reinforcing on the back with 10 more, 11 more Stalkers, while Ret doesn't have much left of his army. So big defeat here by Ret once again on the 2 major battles that occurred on this game. Ret wasn't able to be successful, focusing fire on those Broodlords, and now Ret just GGing out of the match. It was way too much for him. The pressure didn't allow him to gather up a proper army, and though he did have some infestor play on that first big assault, on the second one he didn't have much of an infestor force, and I would say they would be useful to try to pin down this massive Stalker army. He didn't have enough. Also some Hydralisks would be useful. They just chew down Stalkers quite easily if they have a proper Roach force on the front, but I guess that Ret decided to go for a different unit composition, and that didn't pay off. Also take a look here at how many money MC had banked on his minerals and gas, so basically he would be able to replenish his army so quickly. Well, ended up with Ret losing this game. It was a close match this time, not that 5-minute crush that we saw before. There's even a Templar Archives here, so you might even be considering some High Templar play later on, but I guess it wasn't required. And look at the amount of warp gates that MC had inside his base. 4 there, 8, 9, 10, 11 there. Whoa, this is a brutal amount. Tremendous way of warping in units and reinforcing your army. So, well, MC defeated 2-0. No chance here for Ret. I hope you guys enjoyed this game. See you all later. Have fun.